time you find yourself in the midst of some troubles of a trial, you will just say, don't worry, I will be there. Genesis the 14th chapter. If you have your Bibles. Genesis the 14th chapter. Let me get you caught up to where we are right now. On last Sunday, we talked about how Abraham and Lot, let me see it. Let me get you caught up to where we are. Last Sunday, we talked about how Abraham and Lot, how the people of their houses had started to bring trouble or strife against one another because there wasn't enough land for their animals to graze on at that time. Abram at the time, we know he's still Abram at this time. His name is still have not been changed to Abraham. But Abram at this time told Lot, you choose left and I'll go right. Because you choose right and I will go left. So the reason why Abram was saying this, because he knew God was going to bless him, because God had already gave him a promise. You remember the promise that God said to Abraham in Genesis 12, 2-3. When he says, I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, and I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. He says, I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. Which brings us today to Genesis the 14th chapter, verses 17 through 24. Remember that God has already gave Abram at the time these 5 promises. And you stand to your feet today, Genesis the 14th chapter, verses 17 through 24. At this time, church war has went on. Lot has been captured and taken off and to be a prisoner. Everything Lot had. But understand that God always gives us a provision. He did not allow Abram to be captured. But now Abram has went in and defeated the kings that had taken Lot and his family and his household. Genesis 14. And Abram returned from defeating Kedorlaomer, and the kings allied with him. The king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shaveh. That is the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. And he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, With raised hand I have sworn an oath to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the strap of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten, and the share that belongs to the men who went with me. To Aner, and Eshcol, and Mamre, let them have their share. You may be seated, amen. Once again, Abram had just returned from rescuing Lot. Now, once again, church, remember when Lot went off, Lot went and looked at the land that looked green, that was watered. And that's the land that he chose to go and follow. And it came to pass in the days of King of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elijah. Now, church, you're going to have to work with me on these names today. I'm going to have to give you a clear understanding of what's going on at this time. Entitled the King of Nations, and they made war with Bera, king of Sodom. At this time, church, once again, they captured Lot, because Lot at this time was near Sodom. Now, we all remember the story of Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible. But at this time, it's before Sodom and Gomorrah had been destroyed. Now when Abram had heard of Lot's captivity, and he then brought in an army within his own household. In church, it happened to be 318 men. I tell you, if you can bring in 318 men that have been born in your household, oh, how blessed you are. Yeah. See, too many times we are looking around thinking about how many pews are empty versus how much we do have. I'm here to tell you today, let's stop looking at what we don't have and start looking at what we do have. Yeah. You wonder sometimes why the pastor always saying, raise your left hand and raise your right hand, or stomp your left foot or stomp your right foot. Be glad for what you have. Yeah. I see too many pictures even on Facebook, or people trying to get you to say amen a lot of times because somebody don't have the same limbs that you have. Yeah. But yet I don't see any cripples in this house today. So with that being said, you ought to better give God praise regardless of what your situation is. Regardless of what you've been through, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what you're going to have to go through, you must still continue to have a smile on your face. Yes. Again, Abram had 318 men this time. He trained them. See, he didn't take people and just put them in positions and not train them. Yeah. That's an importance even with our ministry leaders in this church today. You have to be trained. You can't just go out and do what you want to do and not be trained. I don't care if you are a preacher or a deacon or a doctor or a teacher or whatever you are. You must be trained. So Abram trained this army. And when they went in the army, he ended up separating them and making one half here and one half there. You will say, well, he had 109 on this side and 109 on the other side. And he had himself in the middle. Yeah. See, but something that a lot of us don't realize a lot of times, when you go outside at night, it's dark, isn't it? Yes. So this is when Abram started his attack. See, a lot of times at night, people don't understand that it is some evil lurking in the darkness. Yeah. But at this time, it's God coming to rescue his people. Again, these 318 men defeated these kings, and they brought Lot home. Yeah. At the time, there was this man named Melchizedek. If you understand, you've been to Bible study, you know we was in the book of Hebrews. We talked about Melchizedek. Yeah. Melchizedek was the king of Salem. And this time Melchizedek came out. What did he bring the people? He brought them some bread and wine. Oh, I want you to sit with me for a minute. See, oftentimes when we get in war, now I heard as they prayed this morning, let the word fall fresh on you. Yeah. During the welcome. She said, let the word fall fresh on you, that you will be a clear understanding. If you're doing these things that are not in order, that sometimes you need to curb it and get yourself right with the Lord. Yeah. See, when we go through battles, when we go through trials and situations, guess what we start to call on, church? We start to call on some Moscato. We start to call on some Hennessy. We start to call on some Amaretto Sour. We start to call on some Ciroc. We start to call on some Hypnotic. We start to call on some Alizé, some Rainbow, some Crown Royal, some Patron, some Grey Goose, some White Zinfandel, some Moet and Chardonnay. We start to call on some gin, and when we need some hard, we start to call on that Black Label. We love to call on that Absolute, which used to be my drink in the old days. We started calling on that Mad Dog 2020. We started talking about that good old 40 ounce. We love to call on the Jim Beam. We love to call on some Southern Comfort. We love to call on some Elijah Craig 12. We love to call on all types of tequila. And all I still had understood what the name of this is. We often call on some Christian brothers as if that's going to solve our problem. New child, I'm here to tell you as a witness today, alcohol doesn't solve your problem. I don't care what you're going through or situation that you're attending to. It's not going to solve your problem. What I have learned that after I got through drinking, after I got through of the hangover, the problem still was there. And at time, because I didn't get on my knees and start praying at that time, the problem had got even worse by that time. I'm telling you today, new child, do not let the bottles think it can solve your issues. I come before you to tell you today that God's telling you, don't worry, He will be there. It doesn't matter what the enemy says to you. You just keep your head up. It doesn't matter when the enemy is trying to trip you up or try to bring you down. You keep your head up. So I see when Melchizedek came out to give some wine and some bread, he didn't come out to give none of those types of liquor, but he came to give them out of perfect wine from God. See, the wine, it represented the blood of Jesus. See, the bread, it represented the body of Jesus. That was needed to refresh them and make them new. Oh, I want y'all to go back to the 70s with me. Y'all remember that group called the Spinners? Do y'all remember the Spinners? You remember they had that song, whenever you call me, I will be there. He said, whenever you want me, I will be there. He said, whenever you need me, I will be there. It says, I'm always around. Oh, let me tell you about that bread. See, when it's the body of the Lord, when he was beating for each and every one of us, that's the reason why you should always wave your hands and stomp your feet. So that's the reason that God has already took the punishment that you truly deserve. The blood. That's why you should always, when you feel the other side hurt, you ought to start stomping this foot and waving this hand. And that's the blood that has washed you brand new. I don't know about you, but I got a new feeling inside of me. I'm no longer going to let anybody bring me down. I'm not going to let anybody bring me no mess. They're going to bring my spirit down. But I'm in here thinking about that bread and that good old sweet wine that makes me feel good. I'm not talking about something when I'm down that's going to make me go further down. I'm talking about a sweet wine that's going to bring me up to get me shouting in glory. I don't know about you, but in this house today, you might be going through some storms. You may be going through some trials, but it's your time to get off of that mess and get up and start shouting like you should be. I don't know about you, the longer you continue to sit down on God, the longer you will sit in your trouble. But if you get up right now and just give him some praise, an unnatural praise. I'm not talking about worrying about who's sitting next to you. I'm not talking about worrying about who's not here. I'm not talking about worrying about what they're going to say about you when you leave. But if you truly believe that God's going to be there for you, I want you to give him a really grateful praise